Today, we are talking about trust, but what trust really means is interpreted very differently in the horse world. Some say a horse trusts you when it always does what you ask. Others believe trust is when a horse doesn't move, even when we expose it to something scary. But is this really trust? And more importantly, what does trust mean for the horses themselves? Now, when we break down trust to its core, there are really two types. The trust that ensures physical safety, the confidence that another being can keep me safe, and second, the trust that ensures emotional safety, the freedom to be honest, to simply be myself. For wild horses, trust is almost entirely about the first kind. The question is, does the herd or does a specific horse provide me with security? Emotional safety, on the other hand, is always a given in a healthy herd. More than that, horses in a herd don't just feel emotionally safe. They are actively supported and brought back into balance after an emotional trauma, like the loss of a foal. For our horses, it's often different. There's this added layer, emotional safety. They have to adapt much more than wild horses do within their herd, and because of that, they often have far less freedom to be who they truly are. So, first, let's talk about physical safety from a wild horse's perspective, how this kind of trust is built and what it looks like. And then we will look at what it means when a horse not only trusts us to provide security, but also trusts us emotionally. For wild horses, trust is deeply linked to safety. The greatest trust in a herd naturally exists between a foal and its mother. She's its protector, its guide, its safe haven. But adult horses also trust others, especially experienced herd members and above all, of course, the herd stallion. However, true trust in a wild horse herd does not come simply from holding a certain position. It must be earned over years. The herd stallion or any other experienced horse does not automatically receive this trust. They gain it through countless good decisions, consistently leading to positive outcomes. A horse does not trust because it has been trained or conditioned to do so. It trusts because it has learned through observation and experience that this particular stallion or another older and experienced horse makes smart decisions in critical moments. Over time, it sees that this individual remains calm under pressure, detects danger early, and takes action when necessary with clarity, confidence, and composure. And this applies to us as well. If you want our horse to truly trust us, we must behave like an experienced horse, not like someone who shows up for 30 minutes and expects trust to simply exist. Trust grows through time, consistency, and proven ability. That is the difference between a horse that is merely conditioned to obey and one that truly feels safe. Conditioning works well in familiar situations, but real trust shows in the moments when a horse doesn't know what will happen next. In a high-pressure or dangerous situation, a horse will only look to someone who has proven time and time again to be reliable, not because it has to, but because it wants to, and that is the essence of true trust. But of course, the world our horses live in is different. They live within our structure, adapting to our routines and spending time with horses we chose for them. And often the way they respond to us is based on what they've been conditioned to do, rather than what they would naturally do if they truly felt safe and free to express themselves. In the traditional human-horse relationship, trust is usually built through rules and training. The horse learns what is considered right. It gets rewarded for desired behavior and corrected for undesired behavior. But real trust is more than that. A horse can be trained to stand still, to walk with us, to respond to cues. But does that mean it truly trusts us? Or has it simply learned that resistance is futile? And this is where something essential is often missing. True trust doesn't just mean feeling safe. It also means being allowed to be yourself. Can your horse, for example, make suggestions? Can it say no without being labeled as disobedient? Wild horses are not just safe in their herd, they are also free to express themselves. They can move in ways that feel natural to them, and they can make their own decisions. But many of our horses learn that their opinions don't matter. They adapt not because they trust, but because they have no other choice. And that's why I think it's so important to learn from wild horses, to understand their communication and behavior and apply it to our own relationship with our horses, so that they can truly feel safe with us, not just physically, but also emotionally, so that they don't just follow our lead, but also feel free to express themselves. Because real trust isn't about just safety, it's about freedom in the relationship. If you want to learn more about this, download my guide 5 tips on how to earn your horse's trust. The link is in the pinned comment below. And of course, follow me here on YouTube if you want to dive deeper into what we can learn from wild horses. In my videos, I share how our horses can learn to trust us in a completely natural way. And I mean the kind of trust where, even in difficult situations, they choose to stay with us. So now, please leave a comment or maybe even ask a question. Who knows? Maybe I will answer it in one of my next videos. Thanks for watching and see you soon.